That's why I'm back with another edition of Mark's Just Watching. This time with my review of that long-awaited, much-loved sequel by me, probably one of the best sequels in my opinion, Top Gun Maverick. That just came out starring Tom Cruise, Jennifer Connelly, John Hamm, Val Kilmer, and a key role that I'll get into that later. But Miles Teller, who stars as Anthony Edwards' character's son from the first movie, Goose, where in this movie he plays Rooster. Miles Teller. Daku! The wife says hi. But yes, I absolutely loved this movie. I wasn't sure going into it how it would work being 36 years later. There's been a lot of hype for this movie. I know there's been a lot of... I was wondering from the trailer, like you could piece certain things together, and the only thing that I had figured out from the trailer, knowing that Val Kilmer was going to be in this movie, that I was thinking that was probably going to be for him. And spoiler alert, it was. However, the way they handled Val Kilmer's role as Iceman, as the only other returning character in this movie, was well done. I say only a returning character, but technically Goose's son was in the first one, even though he was a different actor. But really, to me, Maverick and Iceman are the only returning characters. But the way they handled Iceman, where he was texting Maverick throughout and was a part of the movie from the beginning all the way up to his big scene with Maverick. And for those of you who don't know, Val Kilmer has battled throat cancer and is unable to talk, uses a feeding tube, so they were able to use digital and AI and movie magic to make Val Kilmer's scene work. And my wife saw me. I got teared up at the end of that scene, especially when him and Maverick hugged. Well done. It was good to see them back in their banter and their chemistry, and how Maverick has been basically the same position, a little bit more decorated since the first movie, fired over and over again from the Navy, but it was Iceman that saved him throughout. Because he saw something, to me, my interpretation was he saw something in Maverick and was trying to help him. Whereas Maverick has been unable to let go since Goose's death in the first movie. Whereas in the first movie, it was his father's death that weighed over him. This movie, it's Goose, especially with the introduction of Rooster. I absolutely loved, a hell of a lot better, the love story between him and Jennifer Connelly's character, Penny. A lot better than Kelly McGillis' Charlie. I was rooting for them, and to see them fly off into the sunset was well worth it. Much bigger fan of their love story than of the first one. But from the introduction of this movie, when you hear that Top Gun theme playing, and then it goes right into Danger Zone, bravo! Way to get to use the same opening to get people excited for this movie again, using the same anthem and the same song. I loved it. In the character arc of how Maverick, especially looking out for the people, where he had at the beginning trying to hit Mach 10 to save the rest of the crew and buy them more time for their project. Maverick was definitely in a different place, especially following what happened with Goose. And to see him grow, still to this day, see him grow and be able to let that go by the end, for one last final flight and tour, which I'll talk about the end in a minute. It was just well done. And the relationship between him and Rooster, if Miles Teller was perfectly cast to play the son, especially with that stash. He looked like Anthony Edwards from the first movie, which was even compared to when they were looking at when the cast was looking at the picture in the movie and recognized the resemblance between the two Bradshaws. Hearing him play Great Balls of Fire and seeing the flashbacks as Maverick is dealing with those emotions, oh man, it tugged at the heart. But I loved the character of Rooster, and my other favorite character had to have been Glenn Powell's character as Hangman. While I liked the rivalry in the first one between Maverick and Iceman, it was a bigger love in this one for Hangman. Not only with Maverick, which as the movie transitioned, he kind of respected that it's Maverick who can get the job done, but just his parallel banter and rivalry with Rooster. Just, he ate up every scene, and when he came through at the end and saved the day and brought the heroes home, again, well done. I can't get enough of this movie. I forgot John Hamm's character's name already, but him with laying down the law and just how politically correct he had to have always been, and just against Maverick it seemed until the end of the movie when he finally acknowledged and respected him. I thought that was kind of a switch, because even when Maverick was shot down, he still didn't want to launch a rescue. So, I was cursing and flicking that guy off the entire movie. But I was glad it all came together at the end. And speaking of the end, that whole end scene when they're going to attack between the mountains, and I was terrified that Maverick would be sacrificed or die in this movie. And of course, they made it seem that way when he sacrificed himself to save Rooster. Was shot down. You didn't know if he was alive or not. And of course, they pan in and there he is. And then Rooster shows up, saves the day, and then he gets shot down. And the banter between those two when they got together was really good. And then ended up flying the F-14 from not from the first movie, but the same kind of plane. And again, having Hangman show up to save the day when it seems like both of them are going to be sacrificed. I can't praise this movie enough compared to the first movie. While I like the first movie, especially it was a product of the 80s. To me, this movie just raised the bar of the Top Gun series. And if this is the send-off for Maverick, as you saw at the end, he's had one last mission as a fighter pilot. He got the girl. He reconnected with Rooster to where they were working on that plane together, and Rooster saw that little shrine to Goose and his family, and Rooster even had that moment. I am glad that we got this movie, because what a story across the board. Well done. So for me, on a rating system of Frosties out of 5, I would probably give this 4.5. I don't know. I want to give it 5 because it's darn near up there, but in hindsight, as time passes, I may even raise it. But for now, it's 4.5. It's damn near perfect. So yeah, if you are a fan of the first Top Gun, you're absolutely gonna love this one. And even if you're a not fan or a Tom Cruise fan or just looking for a great movie to watch, this is a good movie. There's a reason Tom Cruise fought for this movie to be released in the theaters and not digitally at first, and it's evident why. He did his own stunts, flew his own, the jets, the scenery, just well done. I don't see it going on like the Mission Impossible movies. If this is the last we see of Maverick, I'm happy because of the happy ending that he has. Just bringing it all to peace and closure. So, did you see Top Gun Maverick? Did you like it? Talk to me. Do you want me to see more movies? Please send me some money. 4.5 out of 5 Frosties. I highly recommend this one. It's definitely a summer movie you need to see. One of the things that also got me excited was a trailer for the next Mission Impossible coming in 2023. Excited for that. So yeah, send me money so I can keep seeing more movies, doing more reviews. And in the meantime, I hope the world treats you well. That's all I got to say about that. That's all I've watched for now. So until next time, I hope you behave. I hope you stay well. Eat lots of popcorn. Go see a lot of movies in the theater. And I'll talk to you soon. Stay frosty. Peace!